Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. My 16 years long relationship fell apart and it hurts so much. Rant. We met when I was 18, she was a bit younger. At first it was a long-distance relationship, so it was hard enough, but eventually I managed to secure a well-paying job in a different city and we both agreed to go and truly be together. I loved her with all my heart. Still do. Sure, there were ups and downs and I'm not blind to her shortcomings, but I always told myself that nobody is absolutely perfect and I love her in spite of whatever might have ticked me off. That you need to work on a relationship, especially one so long. Still, things got somewhat messed up because of the lockdowns recently, me working from home, her having a lot of free time too but not really being able to go out. But that was coming to an end soon with lockdowns ending and our vaccinations complete. We planned vacation together in July. Week before that though, in June she took 2 girlfriends and went on a short, 3 days long, trip abroad. At first nothing was going on, she said she's missing me after half a day there and wants to come back there with me. Then the second day they meet some guy in a bar. Good looking guy. She suddenly stops making contact for entire evenings/nights. But I didn't think much of it. Even when she mistakenly sent me some message that wasn't meant for me. However, she comes home and starts acting strange. As if both sorry and angry at me at the same time. She hides some stuff on her laptop. She's with me in bed but staying up very late messaging with someone with her phone turned away from me. It went like this for a couple of days and I started to feel something might be up. I went through her laptop. I found messages she sent to her friends about kissing a guy, touching, all excited and almost proud of herself. When one friend asked her if she's remorseful, she just said that she regrets nothing. That she wished she wasn't on her period. And then messages with him trying to get her to bed immediately. She refused for now it seems. But kept writing to him when she got back. Things about kissing and falling in love and promises of coming back. Shattering. So I confronted her about it when she got back from work. She was sorry and remorseful for about 3 hours before relenting when I told her to go, stay with a friend or something. I gave myself some time to think about what happened, but suddenly I got really scared that I just basically sent her away to be able to talk with this guy all she wants. I decided to tell her to come back, to try to work through this. But this was just a beginning of what was supposed to be a 2 months long festival of lies and mental torture. She wasn't showing any signs of remorse. Avoided having any conversations about what happened. More and more she would find reasons to leave the house. Started taking care of her looks, buying new clothes. Still acted suspicious with her phone. Refused to delete this guy from her contacts. Obviously I knew she was lying or at least withholding the truth by not answering questions and avoiding talks. But I so desperately wanted to get through to her somehow. I felt like I fell in love with her all anew. I was breaking down more and more and she didn't seem to give much shit about how bad I'm feeling. In the end things got so bad that we stopped talking at all. Well, since she didn't wanna talk I just wouldn't even try. Why bother if she just gets angry? She started to talk about taking a break, moving out for a month or 2 to get her head straight. So I got fed up with that, asked her if she's still even living here. We had a fight. She packed and left. We hugged and she still kept saying that she's not moving out of the city, that I should write to her. Took about 3 days of that until I saw the new guy was back in her FB friends list. It all made sense now. Her behavior and bad lies and pulling herself away. She must have been getting mentally ready to just let go. That was less than a month ago and I went North Carolina after seeing that. I've put some of her stuff she left at my place out for her and I helped her move most of it to her new apartment in a last-ditch attempt to see how she acts seeing that I'm better and more together. That I'm not full of hate. But that was to no avail. Outside of that there was no talking to her anymore. I was starting to feel a little better day by day. Of course the first days were miserable. I wanted to write to her. Fantasized about her calling, coming back, saying she's sorry. Then I progressively got more tired of thinking of her and stopped being delusional. Not to say that I fell out of love or stopped missing her every damn second, but I've resolved to understand that there is no coming back from this. I deleted her from my contacts, made goals for myself, that worked. And then Tuesday happened. Through mutual friends I've unintentionally caught a glimpse of what she's doing. Not sitting at home alone, feeling bad. No, she took her friends again and went back abroad. To him. I saw her sitting right next to him having the time of her life. I knew this might and probably would happen eventually, but the realization that not even a full month passed since she left and that she actually went out of her way to book a flight and go bone some dude she barely knows was all too real. It also occurred to me that she made space in her calendar for these trips barely days after moving out. I'm all shattered to pieces once again, all the progress gone. I know she's there right now, might as well be having sex with him this very moment. I don't know how to cope with that. It's one thing to break up, to even know there's someone else, but to have to sit there and know that someone you love is most likely banging right now. I don't know what to do. The thing is, I still have some of her things at my place. I wanna be the bigger person here and just move on, but I don't wanna see her, talk to her. I don't want her at my home taking anything. I'm torn between throwing her stuff outside the door in a rage or ghosting her entirely for as long as possible when she writes about getting those things. I don't really know how to end this post. I'm not used to writing stuff like this online, but besides maybe one or two good buds and parents, I have no one to talk this through. I don't want her back, but hoping for some sort of validation persists and doesn't let me sleep. Don't even bother with the courtesy of returning her things. Why bother? Has she shown you any courtesy? Leave it outside or with a mutual friend and let them handle it. Most likely what is going to happen is this fling, and that is truly what it is, an infatuation, will last a short time. From what you wrote, it seems there is a distance factor with this guy. I can almost bet at some point in the future she will reach out when she realizes all it was an infatuation, and for her to sample what's out there. You've dodged a bullet. If you take her back, what happens the next time she wants something new? Be North Carolina out of any logistical questions. Surely a distance factor. She might have gotten used to that with me since we lived in different cities at first. 5 hours train ride. With him it's half of Europe, 2 hours by plane, but when you factor in getting to the airport, departure, reaching his place, it could be around the same time or more. It's more expensive for sure though, and she's not rich by any means. Anyway, I don't think I'd want her back at any point. I don't see how this could be fixed. I tried still when she moved out to reach her before she did the worst thing, flying back to spread her legs. Which is exactly what happened this week. The pain is so heavy though. She kept saying I love you to the very end, even when planning to go back to him. I guess that's better than the alternative, but still, why do that? Regardless, thanks for your response, it helps a lot to read some supportive things instead of ruminating. When she does come back realizing that she ducked up, and she will, do not take her back. This relationship is over. It was dead and over the moment she hooked up with that guy the first time. After that she just kept hammering the nails in the coffin. It's buried now. If you try to take her back you will never get over it, and rightfully you shouldn't even attempt it. Mate, she will come back crying. Trust me. The guy live in a different country, so it will not work. And when she comes out of the affair fog, she will come back crying. Go North Carolina and never talk to her again. The pain is so heavy though. She kept saying I love you to the very end, even when planning to go back to him. I guess that's better than the alternative, but still, why do that? You have been together your entire adult lives. I am sure she does love you. She just isn't in love with you. I have read half of the 4Ms so far and it describes my WS so damn accurately. I know it was offered to op, but thank you for the info. It made me wonder if serial cheaters have an addictive personality. This is a really good question. I don't know how reliable a study could be of it, but I would think there is correlation. You are very welcome. I like it because it explains concisely what may be going on with the WS or WP. It's kinda hard because she insists on getting inside so she can pick what she wants to get from the things that were shared, like plates or bed sheets. She took those things at this point, and I mostly have her books, guitar, winter jackets and some shoes, maybe some really small items. I could easily throw it outside the door for her to pick up. And I think that's what I wanna do after having some talks on Reddit. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone I could just leave it with. I'm not in the US. Her trip is across Europe. 2 hours flight. But she can't afford to just linger there for longer than a week or two. Or to keep going like this every month. The apartment is a rental on my behalf. Frankly, I'd like to move and change my job too, because I only moved here and got the job to be with her. And I've grown to hate this work, gets me down even more. But I don't feel like I'm ready to deal with even more stress related to moving or job hunting. Thanks for the recommendation on the read. I'll check it out ASAP. And thanks for your post, mate. Every little bit of assurance and support helps to get through the day, keep myself busy, even if it is with this matter. I can't escape the thoughts of this anyway, but it's better than having imaginary conversations with her. That's too bad for her, isn't it? Do you really want the plates and especially bed sheets? I would buy a new mattress and sheets. I would leave the mattress outside for garbage pickup. Her DNA is in it, lol. If it isn't a lot of stuff, you can leave it outside in a bin or garbage bag, lol. Does your apartment have cameras that can record her picking it up? Or if it is a little bit more than that, I would suggest renting a storage unit, temporarily. Mail her the key so that she can go through what she wants at her leisure. No one has the right to waste your time. You've got better things to do than make yourself available to oversee her sort out her belongings after she just screwed Loverboy on vacation. How does she assume that she has this sort of access to you and your residence? Take your time, and when you feel ready, it sounds like a good plan to pick up and move and start over without the hindrance of possibly running into her. Out of sight, out of mind, as they say. Good luck to you. You might also want to check out the blog /bookjumplady.com, Leave a Cheater, Gain a Life. Many people swear by its no-nonsense approach to dealing with infidelity. I'm sorry, dude. I'm kind of in the same boat right now. My partner is infatuated with someone else, was not ready to commit for life, wanted to explore the new fling. I tried so hard to fix it, get couples counseling, etc. Now I realize, I need to be a bigger person and not put up with that. I need to change and become stronger. Not jaded, but I need to demand respect and someone who will cherish me and really open up about stuff so it doesn't become a problem and blow up like this. Ironically, I think me saying that I was checking wedding rings while she was on her adventure spooked her. Cause the next time I was about to bring this up, she went, "Don't say it." I guess it makes sense if she was on her way out. Absolutely, you deserve to be with someone who always picks you. I was reading up on forgiveness after cheating and why and how you could grant it, and I did. And it was a total waste of my time and mental health because I spent 2 months wrestling with the wrong emotions. Not saying it's not possible, but everyone who told me that if she's not remorseful and committed then I'm wasting my time was right. Yeah. It's been a struggle for me to come to terms with how he didn't want to fix it with me. I can really see the problems in our relationship now. But even so, I still wanted to fix it and commit because I loved him. It's a weird headspace I am still in. I have to accept that this did not work out and he had issues, but also tell myself that I am deserving of love and can find someone who won't blindside me like that. I keep going in circles and become afraid that I will be alone forever and I'm lame and I have too many of my own unresolved issues. That's very much how I'm feeling right now. I'd wish I could offer anything wise to say, but I'm standing in the same spot. People in this thread have made some very good points though. We need to keep them in mind and carry on somehow. The thought of being alone is terrifying. I've spent my whole adult life with the same person, I've no ideas where to even begin. I never really dated in a classic sense. Meanwhile some jerk just appears out of nowhere and sweep her away in one swift motion. I feel for you, man. Just box up her stuff, ready for mailing to her, or for her to pick up at your doorstep. You need to get away from her toxic shit, and move on. She just showed you who she really is. She wasn't yours, it was just your turn. Move on, better yourself, never look back. She may come back crying to you in a year or two, don't bother ever getting back into the mess. Because it will just be your turn, again. That's the second time I see this phrase. About turns. And I wonder, is 16 years really a turn? Or even worse, was she cheating all the time? When we were doing long distance? I will never know, of course, but it boggles the mind to think that one could be so wrong about your partner. Maybe she was cheating. Does it matter now? Thinking about it will just hurt you more. She wasn't worth your time, she isn't worth your time, she'll never be worth your time. So don't waste your time. It doesn't matter, of course, you're right. In fact, she did kiss someone else way back when she was like 16 to 17 or so. But immediately confessed and was super sorry and remorseful, even though she could hide it no problem. So I felt bad for a couple of days and let it go. Hard not to ruminate and have a flashback of the entire thing though. Anyway, you're right. Need to focus on the here and now and myself somehow. Yes, 16 years is a turn, and more likely than not there was others. 90% of the time cheating is a deal breaker. Once trust is shattered, there isn't much left. If she was a covert narcissist, could be. She only regrets that you found out, not about what happened. Now you can only move on, and she will at some point realize what she lost. Good luck and hope you keep updating. Yeah, you're right on the money. The emotion she was showing the most was anger. That I caught her almost instantly. I caught her again when she silenced her phone and put it on do not disturb mode when I took her pictures on the beach. That I kept bringing serious conversations up. That I would ask her not to go on another trip or to delete this guy from her ick. Always annoyed, never sorry. Thanks, mate. Her books. Realization. Long story short, my ex cheated on me and discarded me month ago for some douche she met on vacation. The more and more I think about our past, the more convinced I am that she's a raging narcissist. But what I wanted to point out about her is her books. She left them at my place and didn't pick them up yet. I'll be translating the titles from my language myself because I can't find most of this in English versions. G. Hartley and M. Corinch Get People to Do What You Want. In my language it's called Manipulation Textbook. Joseph Kirshner Egoism. A Successful Life While in Love with Yourself. Daniel Goleman The Force for Good. Mason Curry How Great Minds Work. Freud's Psychopathology of Everyday Life. Gary Chapman 5 Languages of Love. Daniel Goleman Emotional Intelligence. Dale Carnegie How to Win Friends and Influence People. Dale Carnegie How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Dale Carnegie How to Be a Great Speaker. Robert Cialdini How to Influence People. Friedhelm Schwartz Why Do We Think What We Think? I mean, how messed up is this collection? When she was buying these I thought, hey cool, she wants to self-improve. She was interested in how real humans work, I guess. Creepy. Right? As if she wanted to know how to pose better. But also how to amplify or justify her skills. That Dale Carnegie book is a Bible for manipulative people. Two types of people buy these books. Dumb ones with poor social skills and unrealistic takes on self-help. And manipulative people who look for confirmation from famous authors. Wow, isn't it funny how things can be so much clearer in retrospect? Hindsight really is 2020. Have you decided how she is going to pick up the rest of her things? She already did. I threw them outside my door. She came armed with a friend and boxes. I'm pretty sure then that she was fully aware that I will somehow find out. She flew back to her new guy. Probably had her friends post things to spite me. Vile. she came armed with a friend to pick up some books. From the titles of her books it's clear that she is some sort of narcissist. She showed you her true nature. You should be glad that you are finally through with her. Hope you didn't open the door. Good move leaving them outside your door BTW. On to bigger and better people and things. I wish you all the best. Edit, hope you changed your locks. It was more than books. Plus she doesn't have a car, so someone had to help her and it wasn't going to be me. Didn't open the door, didn't speak to her. Just said okay when she wrote she'll come. To hell with her. Thank you, it's gonna take time and maybe some therapy, but I'm relieved that she is gone. You handled that like a champ. Now take the time you need to heal and have a good life. You're going to be okay. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.